Capricorn, there is a kind of silence that is not empty, a silence so thick it feels alive, as if it's holding its breath, watching you. It follows you into crowded rooms and quiet nights. It sits in the corner of your mind when you're alone. It is the stillness before something breaks, the hush before two armies take their first step toward each other. You are standing in that silence now, not because you are weak, but because you have become the spark. Somewhere in the unseen, the moment you refused to bow, the moment you chose light over comfort, you lit a torch that cannot be ignored. And now, both realms, heaven and hell, are watching, not with curiosity, but with intent. One seeks to strengthen you, the other to shatter you. And you are the battlefield neither can afford to lose. If lately your spirit has felt heavy, if dreams have been sharper, conflicts more sudden, if your heart feels pulled between two invisible tides, it is because you are in the middle of a war that started the day you rose above what was meant to bury you. And before we go any further, I want you to write this in the comments so it echoes beyond this moment. I choose heaven. Because in a war like this, your voice is not just sound, it is a weapon. Stay with me until the end, because by the time we finish, you will understand why both realms want you, what triggered this war, and how to walk forward knowing you cannot be defeated. The moment the war began, there was no roar of thunder, no shattering sound in the sky, no crowd gathered to see it happen. The war began quietly, so quietly that even you didn't know it had started. It began the moment you refused to surrender to what wanted to break you. It began when you decided that your spirit was not for sale, and your heart would not be ruled by fear. It could have been the day you forgave the one who wounded you, even though the world expected you to hold on to anger. It could have been the moment you spoke the truth, even though a lie would have been easier and safer. It could have been the time you chose to stand alone, even when it meant losing comfort, protection, and company. Heaven took notice in that moment. Your name was spoken in the presence of angels. Your courage became a light on a map in the spirit realm. And hell noticed too, because darkness can always recognize the threat of someone who chooses light, even when no one is watching. The battle didn't begin because you were fragile. It began because you had become a danger to the plans of darkness. Your endurance made you unpredictable to the enemy. Your refusal to fall into the trap left for you disrupted an entire chain of attacks. From that moment forward, the atmosphere around you changed. You stepped into a different kind of watchfulness. And both realms, the side of light and the side of shadows, shifted their gaze toward you. Why both realms want you? Capricorn, you are not just a face in the crowd, not just another life passing quietly through time. In the unseen world, your presence carries weight. Every choice you make sends ripples into places you cannot see, touching people you do not even know, influencing moments you may never live to witness. You are not here by accident. Your words, your actions, even your silence, these things open doors or close them in the spiritual realm. One decision from you can set a new course for an entire family line. One act of courage can give strength to someone who is on the verge of giving up. This is why both realms have their eyes on you. Heaven wants you because your life, even with its scars, is a testimony, living proof that light can break through the thickest darkness. When people look at you, they see someone who has walked through fires that should have burned them down, storms that should have carried them away, yet you are still standing. Your survival points them toward hope, toward truth, toward the divine. But hell wants you too. Not because it values you, but because it fears what you are capable of becoming if you remain aligned with light. If the enemy can twist your path, it can confuse the ones who look up to you. If it can fill your heart with bitterness, it can use your influence to poison instead of heal. You are like a rare and powerful key, one that can unlock chains for many, or, if taken by the wrong hands, be used to lock them tighter. To the realm of light, you are a warrior in training, someone with the power to inspire and lead thousands into freedom. To the realm of darkness, You are a threat that must be neutralized before your influence spreads too far. This is why lately you may have felt a strange heaviness, not just in your body, but deep in your spirit. The air around you feels charged, as if something is shifting, pressing, waiting. It's why relationships you once trusted suddenly feel different. Why some have turned cold or even hostile without any clear reason. It's why doors that should have been simple to walk through suddenly come with tests, delays, and challenges attached. You are being watched because you are not ordinary. Your life is a bridge between what is and what could be. And both heaven and hell know the outcome of this battle will affect more than just you. The invisible pressure, Capricorn. When both realms have their eyes on you, the air around you changes. It feels like walking under a spotlight you never asked for, as if an unseen audience is watching your every step, studying your every choice. You may not see them, but you can feel it. It's in the way the atmosphere seems different when you walk into a room. It's in the way silence suddenly falls when you approach, as though your presence has shifted the energy. Every conversation seems to carry something unspoken, an undertone, a weight, a sense that more is being said in the spirit than in words. Every decision you make feels heavier than it should, as though the consequences extend far beyond the moment. Inside there is a pull, a voice telling you to let go, to give in, to take the easier road. And then there's another voice urging you to stand, to keep going, to hold your ground even when you're tired. It is a constant back and forth, an invisible tug of war for your focus and your loyalty. You may notice the tension not only in your thoughts but in your surroundings. Some people who once felt safe now seem uncertain around you. You might catch a shift in their eyes, a sudden distance, as though your presence brings things to the surface they'd rather keep hidden. The energy in certain places may feel thick, almost heavy, as if the space itself reacts to your spirit. This is not ordinary discomfort. This is spiritual pressure. The unseen weight that comes when you are at the center of a cosmic struggle. It's the kind of pressure that doesn't just happen randomly. It has a reason, a purpose. Pressure is not a punishment. It is proof. Proof that you carry something worth fighting for. Proof that your life matters to both realms. Think of the diamond. It is only formed when extreme pressure is applied over time. Think of the mountain. It stands for thousands of years because it resists the pressure of wind, rain, and time. Without that pressure, they would not become what they are. And right now, your spirit is being shaped in the same way. You are being strengthened for something that goes beyond your current horizon, something you cannot yet see but will one day understand. This invisible pressure is a sign that you are in position for a breakthrough. It means the enemy has taken notice of your influence, and heaven has already prepared your victory. What you feel pressing in on you is the same force that will make you unshakable when the time comes to step into the next chapter of your calling. The signs you are at the center of this battle. Capricorn. There are moments when life feels ordinary, and then there are moments when you know, deep in your spirit, that something beyond the natural is taking place. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. It is the sign that you are in the middle of a battle you cannot see, but can feel in every part of your being. One of the clearest signs is sudden spiritual awareness. It's the unshakable feeling that you can sense things before they happen. You might walk into a place and instantly know the mood, the energy, or even the unspoken intentions in the air. You might meet someone and feel something in your spirit, either a peace that reassures you or a warning that makes you cautious. Even if their words sound kind, it is as if the veil between the seen and unseen has thinned, and your spirit is alert to what others may overlook. Another sign is intense dreams or visions. Sometimes they are symbolic, images and scenarios that seem strange at first, but carry deep meaning when you reflect on them. Other times they are so vivid, so real, that you wake up with your heart racing, feeling as though you were truly there. These dreams are not just your mind wandering, they are glimpses into what is happening in the spiritual realm. They may carry warnings, guidance, or confirmations about what's ahead. Then there is unusual resistance, the sudden appearance of obstacles the moment you decide to move forward in your life. You take one step toward progress, and something seems to push back harder than ever. Opportunities you thought were secure suddenly face delays. People you expected to support you unexpectedly turn away. It's as if every door you try to open comes with a test attached. This is not bad luck. This is the opposition that comes when darkness wants to slow down what light is building through you. And then, perhaps the most mysterious sign of all, moments of extreme peace in the middle of chaos. It doesn't make sense to the natural mind. Everything around you may be falling apart, yet deep inside, you feel a stillness that no storm can touch. It's as if heaven itself places a shield around your heart, whispering, "You are not alone. You are not forgotten." That peace is a sign that the side of light has already marked you as one to be protected. Capricorn, these things are not random. They are not small, meaningless events. They are the indicators that you are being watched, guarded, and yes, also targeted. You are standing on ground that both realms consider valuable, and neither side intends to give it up without a fight. When you notice these signs, take them seriously. They are proof that your life carries a weight in the spirit realm that you might not fully understand yet. And they are also a reminder that you are not just fighting for yourself. You are holding a position that will affect many who come after you. The strategy of heaven and hell. Capricorn, when you are in the center of a spiritual battle, you must understand that neither side is moving without a plan. Both heaven and hell are intentional. Both have a strategy when it comes to you. Heaven's strategy is clear. It is to strengthen you, guide you, and keep your eyes fixed on truth, no matter what is happening around you. This is why you may find yourself in moments that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. It's not because heaven wants to break you. It's because it wants to build a version of you that the enemy cannot bend. You might notice that certain challenges come into your life not to destroy you, but to teach you endurance. You might feel pushed to learn patience when everything inside you wants quick results. You might be placed in situations where you must walk by faith when the outcome is not visible. Every step is calculated to prepare you for the weight of your calling. Heaven works in a way that strengthens your spirit from the inside out. It places the right people in your path, mentors, encouragers, friends who speak truth when you are weary. It gives you moments of deep clarity, those flashes of understanding where you suddenly know exactly what to do. It keeps your eyes on truth, so that no matter how loud the noise gets, you can still hear the quiet voice that says, "This is the way, walk in it." Hell's strategy is the opposite. It will never try to build you up. It will always try to wear you down. Its aim is to distract you, exhaust you, and make you question your worth until you forget who you are. Distraction may come in the form of relationships that seem exciting at first, but end up draining you, pulling your energy away from your true purpose. It may come through endless tasks and responsibilities that keep you so busy you have no time to think, no space to reflect, no stillness to hear divine direction. Exhaustion is one of hell's most common weapons. It stacks problems on top of problems, interruptions on top of interruptions, until your energy is stretched thin. It will try to make every day feel like a fight just to stay afloat. This isn't by chance. It is designed to weaken your spirit so you no longer have the strength to stand in the place heaven has called you to. And then comes doubt. The whispers in your mind telling you that you are not enough, that you are unprepared, that you are unloved. These are not your thoughts. They are seeds planted in hopes that you will water them with fear and insecurity. If you believe them, you begin to shrink back from the very places you are meant to occupy with authority. But here's the truth. The fact that hell is fighting you this hard is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of your worth. It means heaven already knows what is coming for you. It means your life is on the verge of becoming a turning point for many. The enemy fights what it fears, and it fears what it cannot control. You are too close to a breakthrough to turn back now. The strategies of heaven and hell are both moving, but the outcome will be determined by which voice you listen to, which path you choose, and which truth you anchor yourself in. Your role in the war. Capricorn, you did not ask for this war. You did not choose to be the center of attention for both heaven and hell. But here you are, standing in a place where the spiritual realm watches your every move. You cannot control that it has started, but you can decide how you will stand in it. Your role is not to fight in your own strength. If you try to rely only on your own willpower, you will quickly become tired, and the battle will feel heavier than it truly is. Your strength must come from alignment with the one who has already won this war. You are not fighting for victory, you are fighting from victory. The outcome is already written. Your task is to stay in position so you can walk in it. Your voice is a weapon. Every time you speak words of truth, encouragement, and hope, you are not just filling the air, you are shaping the atmosphere. Your prayers are weapons. Even the ones whispered through tears carry power in places you cannot see. Your choices are weapons. Every decision you make to choose integrity over compromise is an arrow of light into the heart of darkness. Your kindness is a weapon. When you show compassion to someone who expected you to be cold, you disarm the plans of the enemy. Your forgiveness is a weapon. When you let go of bitterness, you take away the grip darkness thought it had on you. Your refusal to compromise is a weapon. Every time you stand firm in your values despite pressure, you build a shield that becomes harder and harder for the enemy to pierce. When you speak light into a dark situation, you're not just being positive. You are releasing a force that shifts the atmosphere. You are breaking the hold of despair. You are inviting heaven's presence into places where it once seemed absent. Capricorn, your role in this war is not about shouting the loudest or fighting the hardest. It is about standing in your authority, staying aligned with truth, and living in a way that heaven can work through you freely. You are here to be a living reminder that even in the middle of battle, light is stronger than darkness, and victory belongs to those who endure. What this war will produce. Capricorn, battles in the spirit realm are never meaningless. They are never just moments of struggle that pass and leave you empty. When heaven allows you to face such battles, it is because something greater is being shaped in you. Something that will last long after the fight is over. This war will not leave you the same. It will not return you to who you were before it began. It will produce in you a strength that no human could give you and no earthly trial could take away. This is not the kind of strength that comes from lifting heavy burdens with your hands. It is the kind that comes from carrying weight in your spirit and still standing tall. It is the strength that allows you to keep walking forward when the ground shakes beneath you. This war will also produce a wisdom that cannot be taught in any classroom. It will be the kind of wisdom that comes from seeing the patterns of the enemy and knowing how to avoid the traps before they close. It will be the quiet understanding that not every battle is worth your energy. That sometimes the greatest victory is in knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. You will learn how to discern between what looks urgent and what is truly important. You will gain a peace that cannot be stolen. This is not the peace that depends on everything going your way. This is the peace that remains when the storm is raging and the wind is against you. It is the peace of knowing that you are not standing alone, that you are guarded, and that the outcome has already been written in your favor. It is the deep rest of a soul that understands nothing can move you from the place heaven has placed you. Through this war, you will learn to walk into any room with quiet confidence, knowing that you are not just yourself, you are backed by heaven's armies. You may not see them, but you will feel them in the way obstacles seem to part, in the way danger is turned away before it can touch you. You will carry the assurance that you are covered, defended, and supported in ways the natural eye cannot comprehend. Your discernment will sharpen. You will see danger before it arrives. You will sense when a smile hides deceit and when an opportunity is really a trap. You will be able to feel the shift in the air before words are spoken, giving you the ability to prepare and position yourself wisely. And perhaps one of the greatest blessings this war will bring is the people it will place in your life. Some of them will arrive quietly, without fanfare, and yet their loyalty will be stronger than steel. They will be warriors in disguise, souls who understand the weight you carry because they too have carried their own. They will stand beside you when others walk away. They will pray for you without you asking. They will fight for you in ways you may never even see. Capricorn, this war is not simply about the battle in front of you, it is about who you are becoming because of it. And when it is over, you will not only have victory, you will have the unshakable foundation, the sharpened vision, the unmovable peace, and the loyal circle that will carry you into the next chapter of your purpose. Walking forward without fear. Capricorn, you did not choose this war. You did not wake up one morning and ask to be placed in the center of a battle between realms. But you were chosen for it. Chosen because heaven saw in you a heart that could carry light into dark places. Chosen because even in your weakest moments, you have the strength to stand when others would fall. Both heaven and hell want you. One wants to raise you higher, the other wants to bring you down. One sees your destiny, the other fears it. But in the end, you are the one who decides where your allegiance lies. No one can make that choice for you. Not your past, not your circumstances, not even the pressure you feel. If you remember nothing else from this message, remember this truth. You are never outnumbered when heaven is on your side. It doesn't matter how fierce the battle becomes or how loud the enemy roars, light will always outshine darkness. The armies that fight for you are greater than those that fight against you. Your story is still unfolding. This chapter of battle will not be the last word. It will one day become the testimony that inspires others to stand strong in their own battles. What feels like a war now will soon be the story of your victory. You will look back and see that even in moments of uncertainty, you were being guided step by step toward the place you were meant to be. So walk forward with your head high. Let your spirit remain steady, unmoved by the winds of fear. Anchor your heart in truth, and do not let go of it, no matter how strong the storm becomes. Because the moment you chose light over darkness, the outcome was already sealed in your favor. Write it once more in the comments so it echoes in both realms, so both heaven and hell hear where you stand. I choose heaven. Say it as a declaration, not just words, because your voice carries weight in this war. And if this message spoke to your spirit, subscribe so you never miss the guidance meant for you. There are still messages, warnings, and encouragements prepared for you in the days ahead. Truths that will keep you standing when the pressure rises again. Your path is guarded. Your purpose is clear. And your victory is already written. All that's left is for you to keep walking toward it.